Hey, number one, you're gonna have to compete. Keep going. With my son with his electric go-kart. He's driving around. But I went ahead and ordered me the new Simplex by Nokta / Makro. I picked this up on called Calico, and they were kind enough to ship it out to me right away, and I did not get the headphones with it, so kind of wish I would have now. Brand new. I ended up buying this actually because Timmy Rogers from the UK that follows me on my YouTube channel wanted to know if I ever going to get one and run it through my test bed, which that triggered me to get it. So Tim, I'm happy to say I did get one and took your advice. We're going to try it out. Kind of a no-brainer for the price of these things. I'm real curious to see how good they are. I run a Nokta Impact, so it'd be very curious to compare these two. And that Tim, he had also sent me a picture of a find he got, a copper flat axe head from the Bronze Age that he found. I could only dream of finding anything like that here. I mean, beautiful country, but other than Indian artifacts, there's not much for old coins. Maybe dating back to the early 1900s is about it. Let's get rolling and open this thing up. I don't know if I have to do updates or not. This is how you update it, is with that. Well, it's a headphone adapter. Keep in mind, $254 from Calico I paid for this, not including tax and shipping, of course. It's small and light. That's cool. Them bend, so chances of breaking them not too. Comes with a coil cover pre-installed. That's awesome. You know, I'm going to turn it on somehow. B0268. So we'll get it charged up first. I want to look up the updates. 0268 was the firmware. I want to see if there's a newer firmware. Okay, I got this thing all together, and I've been playing around with it quite a bit. I really like it. So I'm going to get right to the point here. We're going to turn it on. We're going to ground balance. And I am up in my test bed where I got, well, not quite 30 targets. When it's done, it said 30 targets, and I've ran a lot of metal detectors through here. So look at my other videos, show you what they're up against. So I'm going to get rolling. Hoping this thing does quite good. I got the latest update. When I turn it on, it's version 2.77. Very latest update. I don't know what it was when I had it, but now we got an extra mode in there. There's two parks, and park one is deeper, but it is slower. So what I'm going to be doing is running it in park one until where I need to maybe distinguish out of the iron. We'll see. I might block some out. But we're going to go that route. I'll get it ground balanced. But sensitivity-wise, there's also 7 segments now. Whereas before, I think there was 6. You got extra depth. I turn it all the way up, but I might turn it down. And then there's a icon for mineralization. And I'm not going to go through all the settings. But I'm not blocking anything out right now. We're going to read the VDIs, or I'll read them off to you. But let's get it ground balanced. Over to the ground balance, do it right there. I'm going to auto ground balance. That seems a little high, 7. All right, we're ground balanced at 67. Hey, keep in mind, while we're doing the testing on this detector, this thing is ultra portable. And for the price, you're getting a flashlight, getting vibration, you're getting a fully waterproof metal detector. You're getting the ability to updates over the internet, over the USB to the latest firmwares and stuff. You're getting a lot of metal detector for the money. A lot of metal detector for the money. Now, if it'll do good in the ground, we're going to find out. If it does good in the ground, I am going to probably be in love with this thing. So I don't know what's going on here. I just noticed they got a little hook and a rail there for something. Let's get rolling. And the very first target we're going up against is a quarter at 4 inches. 86 up to 90, 87, 90. Both ways, no problem. Now we're going to do a quarter at 7 inches. Going into the 90s. Now a quarter at 10. Hiding behind that leaf there. Like I said, I'm in park mode, so probably go into field. Oh boy, that hits right away. Look at that. 92, 94. That's a lot deeper than park was. And it's coming up decent on the VDIs too. Now maybe I'll leave it in park mode or field mode. We'll switch back and forth. Dime at 4.5 inches. Going in the high 60s to the 70s, same way, 70s. I'm going to switch over to the Park 1. Low 70s. Now a dime at 8 inches. Good job there. So far it's passing the acid test. Now we got a nickel at 6. And it's coming up low. Nickel at 8. This one, through the years, rings higher and higher. This test bed, which I didn't tell anybody, this test bed is, 7, 8, maybe more years in the ground. Try to get it so the camera can see the screen too. The low 20s for that nickel. Now, a copper penny somewhere here at 2 inches and then a zinc penny next to it. I want to see the difference in the VDI. Copper penny. 77, 78. I got flies on me. The zinc, 64, 65. That's pretty damn, that's good. That's like 13 points difference between the copper and the zinc. Now, a silver ring that is 6 inches deep and it's a small silver ring. Ooh, I think we're gonna like some silver here. That's hitting beautifully hard. You'd dig that all day long, wouldn't you? Now, a Morgan dollar at 11 inches. I'm in park mode. Doing it, look at that. Finds it right away. Even in park mode. A brass candle holder, 15 inches. It's coming up. Both ways too. This is choppy, but it is coming up high too. We're going to field. You can tell that thing's deep. I think we got us a pretty deep machine here. I'm going back to park mode. So that thing hit on everything on that first row. That is downright awesome. That's big detector stuff there. Now we're going through that second row. First up is a bottle cap at 4 inches. It's all over the screen. You notice that, 30, 20. This next one's gonna be hard. That's a 10-cent piece with 4 rusty nails boxed around it, 4 inches deep. We're going to go to Park 1. One thing that's cool on there, you hear that? That iron? You know the iron's in there. I'm going to turn the iron sound down to 1. I had it at 2. See how it's quieter? Hear that chirping? That's this thing's separating out good. That's that dime. Right away. I wonder if it's going to hit this way. They never do. Well, you go slow, it will. It's trying. That's about as good as you get right there. I'm not lying. I am not lying. It is almost doing it. Wow. Yeah, it gets 1 point. I got to write that down for that. 2 for the bottle cap, 1 for that. Almost. I don't know if I've got any detectors that ever hit it twice. Look at that. Well, we're going to move on. We'll give it 1. 25-cent piece with a big nail 3 inches away. It's hitting it pretty easy. This way, they never do. Look at that. It's chirping. I'm almost willing to give this 2 points for this because with it chirping like that, you know there's something in there. It's very solid. Or just one. It's so close. All right, now we got 2 pull tabs 3 inches apart. Right away you know it. Look at that. 23, 22. Same thing. Now can slaw, chopped up pop can. Same thing. Even lower. That's nice. I like that. Now the next one I think is a quarter on end. Easy. I don't even have to waste time with that. So far this thing's going to score high. Now this is where it gets tricky. Rusty nail, or 10-cent piece, 4 inches deep with 2 rusty nails sitting right on it. It's doing it. I just saw 59.86. I'd already be digging that, knowing that, okay, there's something there. 77. What about this way? Well, no, I definitely dig it. Hitting it right on the money. That's in Park 1. 2 points for that guy. It's starting to get exciting here. Okay, 1 cent, 5 cent, and 10 cent, 4 inches deep, 2 inches apart. This sounds just like the force core. Look at that. Recovery is unreal. And that's the slower one. If I were to go to Park 2, look at that. As fast as you can swing it. Playing a banjo right here, guys. As fast as you can swing it. That's weird. No, not weird. That's neat. Now going to Park 2, it's deeper, but it is slower. Watch. See how it's skipping that nickel? It ain't recovering fast enough. Slow down. Park 1, or Park 2, I'm sorry, now. Very fast. Park 1. That is why you got to make sure when you get one of these detectors, get the very latest update. You got that Park 1 and 2. Huge difference there for recovery. That is cool. Field mode. Yep, that's deep. So that's slower. So Park 2 is a lot faster than Park 1. But we're going to leave that Park 1. You don't need to swing that fast. That is awesome. There's 2 points there. Now, the battle. 1 cent piece and a 10-cent piece with 7 nails around it. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, 7 nails. Park 1. Already found one. $74, $65. There's the other one. We're giving it 2. Not a big one. It is right here. We have a quarter at a foot deep. Very hard to hit. Oh my God. Don't tell me this machine's going to hit it. 97, 98, 99, 97. Wow. Now, one thing I'm going to do is go to my ground balance, and we're going to drop that down. Watch this. 53. Well, it don't make a difference. The reason why I'm doing that is the Tesoro Vaquero. If you lower your ground balance, run it negative, you go deeper. It's the only detector I've ever seen like that. So we got to get back to our ground balance. Only hits it one way though. Go back to Park. It is hitting that quarter at 12 inches. She's getting a point for that. 22 bullet. Where's that at? Right here, 2 inches deep. $10-cent piece, 4 inches deep with 5 nails 2 inches above it. It's hitting it that way. I've been trying and trying. I can't quite get it to go this way, so I'm only giving it 1 point for that, but it did get it. Now a dime, 11 inches deep. Telling you right now, if this does this, thing's gonna score right at the top. I have not tried this yet at all. Let's whisper quiet. Right there. The Nokta Impact hit this. Ooh. Hit this. I don't expect this thing to hit this. Well, they come out with a bigger coil of this thing for this metal detector, you're going to be in business. It sure feels like it's almost hitting it. I could pick it up with a pinpointer, but I think you'd pass that up, wouldn't you? I just can't give that to it. Now, the hot soil we've got is a quarter that's 2 inches deep with a whole bunch of hot rocks and stuff like that around it, real mineralized. And it's showing on my mineralization thing. There's the quarter right there. Yeah, it's got 2 bars on mineralization. Now, I got to put all this back in, then we're going to do the small item test. All right, I'm leaving this in Park 1, and the first small item test is a 24 karat grain of gold, 1 grain. And I got it in Park 1, and I got the sensitivity turned down a little. I'm about 4 inches away, and it hits it. That's awesome. All right, next up is a meteorite that fell in Wisconsin back in 2010. This is 0.46 grain. Sensitivity is down on 6, not 7. Not blocking anything out, not in all metal mold. Normally I test this in all metal. Let's see what happens. You can hear it clicking. Hear that? Let's go to all metal. It is hitting it. I got to give it at least 1 point for that. All right, I'm sorry, I got to give it 2. Look at that. That was an all metal. All metal at work, so we're giving it a point for that. I got to turn that down. Pretty awesome. Now we have a iron meteorite that fell somewhere in the desert in California. Let's go to field mode. Picks it up easy. We're getting 2 points for that one. Last but not least, the small copper test, going back into Park. We have 3 pieces of copper ranging in size, big, medium, and small. And when I mean big, it's very small. I don't even know what the weight would be. But the small one's smaller than the head of a pen. That little ball in there. Pretty easy. The medium copper, super easy. The real small one. Look at that little tiny speck of copper. And I was in Park mode. Awesome. Totally awesome. That is it for the test. Now we got to get for the scoring. Now, ease of use. It's actually quite easy to use. Is it turn on and go? Not really. I gotta only give it 2 out of 3 for that. Weight and balance, same thing, 2 out of 3. It's kind of front heavy is what I'm noticing on it. And I'm saying that compared to, like, say, the Vaquero, Tesoro Vaquero. And the biggest, most well-balanced machine that I've ever used was a Nokta Force Core. And if they would come with that control on the side and have it like them on all of them, and even had, if the Nokta had a big screen on it like that on the top, and you had that, the balance on it is just unreal. But anyways, total points, 2, 4, 6, 8, 57 points. That ranks right up there at the very top of all the detectors that I've ever run through. That's how good this thing is. And I am not affiliated with these guys in any way or form. Not a bit. Not with Nokta, Makro, none of them. I had the Makro 2, and to be honest with you, that was no good. I'll show you. I'm going to get the chart. Okay, here's the detectors that I have ran. And the Nokta Simplex right here by the V3i, the F75, and the Force Core. Them 3 got 57s. The Impact got a 58. Tejon got a 58. It's running neck and neck with that Fisher F75 and the White's V3i. And the problem is, price-wise, this thing, hands down, is way cheaper than all of them. On my test bed, if it balanced better, that would have been 3 points. I'd have put it at top. If it was super easy to use, I'd have put it above all of them. But you cannot go wrong with this metal detector. I'm going to tell you right now, hands down, let's compare it to the Garrett AT Pro. That's like one of the most popular detectors out there. That scored a 38 out of 66, and I redid it in Pro mode, and I think I gained 1 point, so that might be 39. That just, I'm telling you right now, this detector is all that. It really is. Where did the Makro Racer 2? 47 out of 66. Nowhere near as capable as this machine. But the Nokta Force Core 57, it tied right with it. And to me, that was one of my all-time favorite detectors. Turn on and crank and go. No playing around. The V3i, you had to know how to use that thing. But you got a hit here, Nokta Makro. One thing I want to add, there's a nickel right there. Pinpoint. Look at that little dot. That is accurate. This thing is unreal. One thing I want to do, drywall screw, a pull tab, a quarter, a nickel, and a penny. And I'm in Park 2 right now. As fast as I can swing it, it's keeping up. Park 1, I love this metal detector. Watch this. Close it up. Close it up. Close it all the way up. Fold it. Look at this. That would fit, I think, behind a vehicle's seat. Easily in the trunk of a car. The only downfall I see on this at all, in any way or form, is this. The charger, you have to have a special port for it. And you can run and strap, say, a add-on power pack to charge your phone to it, which you get a small one, that'd be enough to get you by a day with an 18650 size battery. It would easily get a high milliamp like a Panasonic or a Samsung. It'd get you through a whole metal detecting with thing. In fact, I want to show you something. Little 18650 charger here is made by Through Night. If they had a trap door here, you'd slide that thing right in and power this thing. So what you could do though is tape this right to the bottom, and you run your cable up onto it. You literally double. I'm quite sure this battery in here can't be much more than 118,650. I don't know where the battery would be. I'll bet you maybe there's 2 of them in here. To my guess, it's not a gel battery. It's probably a 18650 down inside here somewhere. Maybe not. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Almost made for that. You could put some tape around it, that'd stick right in there, and you'd have more than enough battery. More than enough battery. You could almost permanently leave that in there. If you taped it so it would slide in there a little harder, it would stay in there, and you'd have your backup all the time. This is a little from a Through Night. Not trying to make a sales pitch on Through Night. A C2. I don't even know if they make it anymore. The only downfall I see is, of course, you can't change the battery out. But I haven't used it enough to know how long it would last. But it went through that whole test up there, and it went through me playing around with it almost all day. And the battery life is still all bars. I don't think you're going to have much problems with this for batteries. And my God, is this thing portable. 200, I ain't even going to say the price. It's cheap. Well, there you are. The Nokta Makro Simplex Plus. It's all that I've been reading about and all that it is. They come out with better coil, a bigger coil, smaller coil. It comes with a coil cover on it already. I know that. They're going to have a hit here. You're going to have a hit, Nokta. I love it. I bought this to run it through the test bed and sell it, but I'm keeping it. Now I got the Nokta Impact and this. This here is actually more of a turn on and go than the Impact is. So, works quite well. That detector is a plus. Build quality, everything. Awesome. If you haven't got one, go get one.